So we're going over the TUMs assignment, page 25, question number 3. Which of the following expressions have equivalent solutions? What does equivalent mean? Equal, the same. All right, so I have 1, 2, 3 problems within this one problem to work out, and I need to see which ones are equal. So we'll have to solve this one, and this one. So I'm going to come to my paper because I need a lot of space for this, and I'm going to write where I'm showing work on separate paper, page 25, number 3. Then I'm going to do Roman numeral 1, and the question is negative 7 and 56/100 divided by 2 and 4/10 minus 65/100. So I have to apply the order of operations here. In order of operations says that division, this right here, is going to go first. So I have negative 7 and 56/100. Remember, same signs add and keep, different signs subtract, keep the sign of the greater. Exactly. Yeah, but there is no multiplication on here. And then the rest of the song is multiply or divide. It's an easy thought. Same signs are positive, different signs are not. So this is a multiplication or division problem. And I need to remember that same signs are positive, different signs are not. So what kind of answer am I going to get here? A positive or a negative answer? Negative answer, and then I'm going to subtract 65/100 from that. So first I need to divide these two numbers. I'm going to come over here to the side. 7 and 56/100 divided by 2.4. Can I have this decimal out here? Yes or no? No. So I move it to the right, and whatever I do to the outside, I do to the inside. Somebody say inside. Whatever I do to the outside, I do to the inside. Yes. Who's calling me? What's up? You can. Right now it is optional, but in the future it may not be. Not all of the assignments are going to be this easy. All right, so 24 goes into 75 how many times? Oh, let's write my multiples of 24. 24, what's 24 times 2? 48, and 24 times 3. Times 4? Times 5. Okay, we can break there. All right, so 24 goes into 75 how many times? 3 times. 3 times 24 is 75 minus 72. Bring down the 6. 24 goes into 36 how many times? 1 time. 1 times 24, Zulas, do you hold it up your hand? What's 1 times 24? 1 times 24. All right, 24. 36 minus 24. 12. Bring down another 0. You got to create a 0 there. 24 into 120, how many times? 5 times. So this is negative 3 and 15/100 minus 0.65. Now to keep, change. Negative 3 and 1500. Then I'm going to add opposite. So it's going to be negative 6500. If I sing the song, same signs, add and keep, I'm going to add and keep the sign here because this is negative and this is negative. So, how much? 3 and 1500 plus 6500. Not 4. I don't need to carry a 1. It's going to be 3. They have the same sign. Just the song, same signs, add and keep, different signs, subtract. Keep the sign of the greater absolute value, then you'll be exact. Multiply or divide, it's an easy thought. Same signs are positive, different signs are not. 0, 1, 8, 3. Negative 3 and 80 hundredths. Okay? Now let's look at Roman numeral 2 because we're not even a third of the way through done, or we're barely a third of the way done. 5 and 1/8 minus 3/4, all divided by 1 and 3/4, negative 1 and 3/4. I'm going to turn these two into improper fractions so that they're easier to deal with. So I'm going to multiply, then add, and I'm going to multiply, then add. So 8 times 5 is how much? 40 plus 1 is, so this is 41 over 8 minus 3/4. And 4 times 1 plus 3. So this is negative 7/4. If I'm adding or subtracting, I need a common denominator. So 8 and 4 have something in common, and that number is what? Well, that factor, yes. What's the multiple that they have in common? 16. Smaller. Bigger. 2 is a factor. Yes. Yes, that's exactly what I want to do. And if I multiply the 4 by 2, what will be my denominator? 8 is the denominator that they have in common, y'all. So this fraction does not have to change. It comes right on down as 41/8. And then I multiply by 2. And I do that on the top. What's 3 times 2? Divided by negative 7/4. All right, 41 minus 6. What is that? 35 over 8 divided by negative 7/4. Now I need to keep, change, flip. So 35/8 times 4, and it's still going to be negative 7. Okay. I'm going to write that this answer is going to be negative over here. Why is this negative? Because they have different signs. And I'm going to disregard this negative sign for right now because it's going to mess me up when I try and simplify. So I'm going to multiply. When you multiply fractions, who gets multiplied with whom? Eight times 7 and 35 times 4. So 35 times 4 on the top and 8 times 7 on the bottom. Now if I multiply this out, 35 times 4 is going to be some large number, and 8 times 7 is going to be 56, and I'll have to divide this by 56 or see what they have in common. I'm going to find my common factors first, so that I can simplify early on and then be done once I put my sign with it. What times what gives me 35? Hello? What times what gives me 35? 7 times 5. And what times what gives me 8? 4 and 2. So these are now gone. So now I have 7 times 5 times 4 over 4 times 2 times 7. Okay? This would have been 140 over 56. I could have still simplified then, but I want to do this way and show you the other way here. 140 over 56. Who's on top and bottom that I can cancel out? What numbers do they have on the top that they also have on the bottom? 4. By 4. What else? 7 by 7. I am now left with 5 halves. I would have done the same thing down here, except y'all would have said, oh, divide by 4. Oh, and then divide by 7. Or vice versa. Oh, divide by 7. Oh, and then divide by 4. I'm technically dividing by 28 on the top and the bottom. Where did you get 28 from, Miss Starling? What's 4 times 7? Don't forget my negative sign. You got what, honey? Not 1.5. What's half of 5? I'm still on question number 3 on page 25. I need to know what half of 5 is, guys. This is half of 5. 2 and a half. I don't know if somebody's saying something that's important or not. Okay, still not done because I got to do Roman numeral 3. Lots of work for this problem. Roman numeral 3 says, and this is page 25, number 3. It says negative 5/8 times 8/3 plus 1 1/3. I'm going to convert to improper fraction, so multiply and then add. What's 3 times 1 plus 1? Good. 4 over 3. Okay. Now I need to add these two. Thank goodness they both have the common denominator and I don't have to worry about that extra rule. So what's 8 plus 4? 12. And what's 3? Oh, I don't add that. I leave it. My bad. Okay. Now I do 5 times 12. Don't lose my negative sign. 5 times 12 over 8 times 3. What's 5 times 12? Negative 60 over, what's 8 times 3? 24. Simplify. Yes. Why did I what? Why did I not change it? Because they're already the same. Already. Oh, because I'm multiplying. This is multiplication. If there is nothing in between those two numbers here, that's multiplication. So negative 60 and 24. I have 12 that goes into both of those. So I'm going to have negative 5 on the top and 2 on the bottom, which is also negative 2.5. So which two answers are the same? Roman numerals. Not 1 and 3, because this was like negative 3.8, negative 2.5, negative 2.5. 2 and 3. Okay.